Good evening, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Saturday evening? Well, it happened yesterday. The little meeting Brian Renfroe gave, the report on everything. We didn't reach a tentative agreement as expected, and he did his little run around. I missed the live the report that he gave. I was so pissed, man, but I want to get to what was said and what we're looking at next few days. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash the hype button. Thanks everything you all do. The communication, as always, appreciate it. Keep it coming. Thanks so much. All you do for me, guys. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So basically, the situation is we're going to another 60-day mediation period, what he says, and mandatory 60-day mediation period, yeah. So basically, in other words, same old story like last year. Post office didn't agree to anything. They don't simply because what we gonna do about it? We're gonna take it to arbitration. That failed last year too. He's going to give him the tentative agreement, whatever they come up with in the next, I'd say, well, last time it was 700 days. God knows what it is going to be this time around. So it's the same pattern. I see it already. Not much to expect. Our so-called president doesn't have the you-know-what to stand up to the post office, and post office just steps all over him, and he doesn't even know it. He takes yes, bows down, and then just passing time, just making those six figures. He doesn't care about the carrier base, nothing. He's just a body sitting in, collecting those six figures, man. This is not the path we want to be on at this point. But so let's get to it. The big news from NALC President Brian Renfroe is that the NALC and USPS are officially heading to mandatory 60-day mediation period after failing to reach a tentative agreement before the current contract expired at midnight because of my efforts, as in Renfroe, my failed efforts. Renfroe addressed the status of the collective bargaining agreement, emphasizing that while good faith bargaining, that same three words he used last year, good faith bargaining, brought progress in certain areas. What progress, really? They haven't landed on terms that properly reward carriers for their hard work and value. The core takeaways from this update include contract status. The current collective bargaining agreement remains in full force and effect during this transition. The next 60 days, the union will continue trying to hammer out a negotiated deal during the statutory 60-day mediation window. Basically, they're going to be on a table. USPS is going to send their rep. Everything we're going to try, they're going to say no. Because they know there's no leverage. What we're going to do on the NALC side, right? Arbitration ready. If mediation fails, which undoubtedly I think it will, because Renfroe is in charge, it's going to fail, it's bound to fail. Renfroe stated that the NALC is fully prepared to take unresolved issues to neutral binding interest arbitration board, just like last year. Where did that get us? Nothing. He's used to it. He does this for a living. Upcoming meeting, leadership is shifting focus toward the collective bargaining conference in Washington, D.C. Just basically a vacation for them, a little getaway. Don't care about the carriers. Oh, in DC, hotel, little meeting, little questions being answered, nothing more. Where they will discuss these next steps in depth with branch and state leaders. Note on safety legislation. This follows Renfroe's recent briefings to the House Postal Caucus, where he has heavily pushed for infrastructure modernization and advancement of Protect Our Letter Carriers Act, H.R. 1065, to address the rise in assaults and mail theft. While the official briefings keep exact numbers and fine-tune proposals close to the chest, the primary flashpoints dividing the NALC and USPS right now boil down to pay structure, career progression, and how grievances are managed. The biggest issues on the table as they head into mandatory mediation include general wage increases, the starting salary fight, unions target. A major push is underway to significantly bump the starting pay. Rank and file members have vocally rallied around a 30-30 target, specifically demanding a $30 starting wage to address rampant retention issues and make the job viable in high cost of living areas. The times we're living in, exactly what we need, man. 30 starting, it's not that far off, man. That's what's needed to survive these days. It's nothing to laugh about. It's not a joke, very serious. 30 is what exactly needed to be the starting pay. Then the other pay scales go up accordingly. This is no joke in any sense of the word. Pay scale reform. The union is pushing for pay scale compressed timelines. They want a shorter, faster path to careers to move from the bottom step to maximum pay, rather than waiting the traditional chunk, which is 13 and a half years of their career to get there. That's another major one. You got to make it, there's something, the NALC Constitution, something says comparison to the equivalent business, which is UPS. UPS top out in 4 years. Can you even try to come close to that? No. So these are all words that they say, but at the end of the day, what can that president of ours do for us, really? I mean, he's just passing time, man, I'm telling you all. The elimination of two-tier system CCA to career, the demand, a core goal for the NALC remains establishing an all-career workforce. Something that some of you all shared with me on this topic, saying that certain stations, they're not even starting out as CCA. They come directly to PTF. Maybe Post Office is already implementing this in certain stations. There's just one person that was saying that. I haven't heard that from anybody else. They come in and they start right off the get-go. Maybe this person doesn't know, because if that was the case, that would be nationwide and other stations too, that they come in and write to PTF. The battleground. The union wants to eliminate the city carrier assistant CCA classification entirely or heavily restricted, so new hires start immediately with full career benefits and retirement tracking. As a PTF, what I know, they don't get full career benefits, they get partial. So I don't know how it's changed to full. Management historically fights to protect the flexibility and lower cost of a non-career roles, but the severe hiring crisis has forced both sides to look at reforming the structure. Number 3, overhauling Article 15, the grievance procedure. The issue: the current grievance system is sluggish, with local disputes routinely getting stuck in backlogs for months or even years. You file a grievance and there's a possibility nobody's going to even look at it for months and close to a year. So that's got to be revamped, changed up heavily. The friction. Management has floated overhauls to Article 15 that rank and file members worry would limit financial remedies for contract violations or restrict a steward's ability to file on behalf of a carrier. The NALC is pushing back, demanding faster compliance resolution teams to hold local management accountable when they break the rules. We'll see how they hold them accountable. They get away with next to everything. They just say, no, we're busy right now, and then the time goes on, months keep going on, and, I've seen it in person. Working conditions and delivery safety. Delivering in the dark. Management has eyed changes to Article 8 night differential language to streamline later delivery windows. The union is highly resistant to language that expands the regular delivery in the dark due to blatant carrier safety hazards. That is a valid point. Carriers working out in the dark is a chance for more crimes to happen, but management don't care about all that, do they? No, they don't. So Local contract control. USPS has shown interest in trimming down the number of items that local branches can negotiate in their local memorandums of understanding, LMOUs, trying to standardize rules nationally, while the NALC wants to protect local branches' rights to set their own parameters. While Postmaster General Steiner pointing to severe agency financial deficits, $9 billion in fiscal year 2025. Management is leaning heavily into a cost saving and operational flexibility. Renfroe and the Executive Council are holding the line that fixing the retention crisis requires investing in the workforce, not forcing austerity on the carriers. So that's what's going on, what's on the table. There was something else I wanted to share. What's on the table? Summary, yeah, this is what USPS has on the table as well. So one side is NALC. This is what the post office put on that table. Summary of proposal from USPS to NALC from live update yesterday. Primary USPS proposals. Article 16.8, change to OIC in offices with less than 20 employees. Most of these I don't even know. I'm just going to share them with you. And some of them somebody had shared that are already in effect. Article 14.2, 1769 by 301, form number change. Article 41B, duration clause hold down broken when awarded route. Article 28, employer claims LOD for property damage, willful, deliberate fail to exercise reasonable care. Article 17.4, no pay for shop stewards. We gotta be joking on that. No pay. Article 11.6, holiday schedule CCAs, PTS, volunteers supersede existing LMOU. MOU fixed office joint agreement wants permanent change, not just during joint route adjustments. Article 6, layoff radical changes. CCA conversion, MOU CCAs with 0 work hour for 4 weeks abandon and remove without just cause. Article 30.22 LMOU items, 18 items removed. Article 41, 14 day to post vacant route, 28 days to post. Article 29, driving privileges weaken, protections lose license, no obligation to change duties. So this is what they have on their table. So yes, that's just some of them. So interesting stuff, they have their own stuff going on. See, Article 6, layoff, radical changes, CCA conversion, driving privileges, employee, night differential want language to okay delivery in the dark, stewards, RFI provided electronically. Different things that, they want. I was told some of them are already in effect. So these, I have no idea, but I just wanted to share them, just what USPS has on the table as well. So different stuff going on. We didn't have any progress, but nobody, I'm sure, none of the carriers were expecting a deal to be made. So 60 days right now is just the beginning. We'll see, God forbid, how much longer we go. As you all know, last year was 700 plus days. I think one day today is already into effect without a contract. So we don't want all that mess, that going back and then getting retro pay and all that, man. It's a headache. Like we've been saying, if we had a good president that knows how to, negotiate, get a deal done, and without this whole delay. So, but we don't. We're stuck with who, and times and months, the countdown to the new president. So that's all we can do. Anyways, just wanted to share quickly what had gone on yesterday. Like I said, I had missed the live what he said Zoom call. It wasn't a Zoom call. It was on the members portal. But anyway, I missed it. So trying to get it together and present it to you guys. Anyway, that's it. Until next time, take care, you guys. MailmanSyed out.